Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the absolute most fascinating intersections in modern science. We're talking about the collision of the microscopic universe living right inside your gut with the cutting-edge power of artificial intelligence. We're literally moving from basic biology into this whole new era where algorithms might just be the ultimate key unlocking hyper-personalized medicine. But to really understand why we even need AI here, we first got to grasp the sheer scale of what we're dealing with. Did you know that the commensal microorganisms living in your intestines right now possess a collective genetic repertoire estimated to be over 100 times larger than the entire human genome? 100 times! That is a staggering amount of biological data. It's not just a few bacteria hanging out. We're talking about trillions of microorganisms constantly interacting with your immune system, your metabolism, and yeah, even your brain. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Meet your microbes. 2. The data overload problem. 3. AI enters the gut. 4. Real-world AI medical breakthroughs. 5. Personalized probiotics and cures. And finally, 6. Hurdles on the horizon.
Section 1. Meet your microbes, the trillions inside us.
So, you and I are essentially walking ecosystems. But when that ecosystem loses its delicate balance, it triggers a massive domino effect. And this brings us to dysbiosis. Basically, this is an imbalance involving the loss of key bacteria, a drop in functional diversity, or a total shift in the community structure. And why does this matter? Well, this specific imbalance directly correlates with severe chronic inflammatory diseases. We're looking at conditions like obesity, type 2 diabetes, inflammatory bowel disease, and for sure, even certain neurological disorders. When you lose those good keystone bacteria, or when the overall diversity just plummets, your body's baseline inflammation skyrockets.
Section 2. The data overload problem. Decoding the complexity.
Medical science knows the microbiome drives disease, right? So obviously, the logical step is to study it. But here's the rub, a paralyzing data overload. Scientists primarily lean on two high-throughput technologies. First, you've got 16S rRNA profiling. It's highly sensitive, but functionally pretty limited. It really can't tell you much about what those microbes are actually doing. Then, on the flip side, you have reference-based metagenomics. This gives us incredible species-level classification, but generates truly astronomical amounts of information. Traditional statistical analysis just cannot handle it. Researchers were quite literally drowning in a sea of biological data.
Section 3. AI enters the gut, the ultimate super detective. To actually translate those trillions of data points into actionable medicine, we need a sort of decoder ring. And this brilliantly illustrates how AI steps up to play that exact role. It starts simply enough. A patient provides a stool sample. That sample gets dropped into a next-generation sequencer, which reads the DNA of the microbes. Then, the resulting taxonomy data is fed directly into a machine learning algorithm. The AI gets to work analyzing these unbelievably complex microbial patterns, honestly finding hidden correlations that a human researcher could never, ever spot. And it outputs actionable clinical insights. We're talking diagnosis, prognosis, and perfectly tailored therapy recommendations.
Let's pop the hood and break down the brain of that workflow. Machine learning basically adapts to the problem at hand. We use supervised learning with labeled data for critical disease diagnosis, like spotting cancer. Then unsupervised learning takes completely unlabeled data to find hidden structures, grouping us humans into distinct gut enterotypes. And finally, reinforcement learning uses a trial-and-error approach based on reward signals to optimize therapies, like figuring out the absolute perfect personalized diet to lower someone's specific cardiovascular risk. It's like having a supercomputer as your personal nutritionist.
Section 4. Real-world AI medical breakthroughs. Algorithms in action.
Now, you might be thinking, this is all science fiction, but this isn't just theory. It's already working in the clinic. So the crucial point is, when researchers combined AI-driven metagenomics with your standard fecal occult blood test, the sensitivity for detecting early-stage colorectal cancer jumped by over 45%. Over 45%! That is a massive, game-changing leap in diagnostic power, purely by letting AI read the microbial signatures hiding in the gut.
And the successes absolutely do not stop there. Across huge, large-scale studies, deep learning models are hitting some frankly incredible accuracy metrics. AI detected liver cirrhosis with an astonishing 0.945 AUC. It classified inflammatory bowel disease at 0.890 AUC. It vastly improved how we predict type 2 diabetes by combining microbiome data with the host's own metabolites. And in one massive meta-analysis, AI successfully isolated 29 specific bacterial species universally associated with colorectal cancer. This is literally AI finding the needle in a haystack made of trillions of microbes. Section 5. Personalized probiotics and cures. The future of therapeutics. Now, diagnosing a disease is one thing, but AI is actually pushing us toward the holy grail of medicine, highly personalized cures. Let's move to Singase and see how this builds out a real treatment plan. Step 1, the AI analyzes your highly unique microbial and metabolic footprint. Step 2, instead of just guessing, AI models run in silico simulations to predict exactly how specific probiotic strains will behave once introduced to your personal gut environment. Step 3, the system outputs a literal recipe for a customized probiotic formula designed specifically for your biology. Step 4, you take this targeted therapy, which restores your unique microbial equilibrium, lowering inflammation and effectively treating the dysbiosis. The days of buying off-the-shelf one-size-fits-all probiotics? Yeah, those are rapidly coming to an end.
Section 6. Hurdles on the horizon. Ethics and limitations.
As enthusiastic as we all are about this technology, let's be real. There were some major hurdles preventing it from hitting your local doctor's office tomorrow. First, we have to tackle algorithmic bias. If these models are only trained on specific demographics, they are going to completely fail underrepresented populations. We also have to navigate some incredibly complex data privacy concerns. Remember, your microbiome is as unique as a fingerprint. Add to that the technical risk of data leakage, which is where AI basically cheats and artificially inflates its performance by memorizing test data, and a sheer lack of global standardization across labs. Different facilities are using totally different sequencing machines, making it incredibly hard to cross-validate these AI discoveries globally.
Which leaves us with a final thought to ponder. As this technology races forward, your biological data is the fuel making it all possible. So, how do you feel about your personal stool and microbiome data powering the next generation of AI healthcare? It's a huge question of privacy, equity, and honestly, the astonishing future of medicine. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.